Hello students, today we'll be talking about exponential distribution functions. So as you can see here, we have this type of function with x tilde exp parentheses 0.52 close parentheses. As you can see here, it gives us exp, which represents that we are dealing with an exponential function, and the value that's inside the parentheses is known as m. So if we go here and we make sure that the m value in this Excel spreadsheet matches the m value that we would find in the question, and so we get the given information. So if you remember from your notes, the mean and standard deviation are the same when you're dealing with an exponential distribution function. So here we have ex, which is representing the mean, and we have this, which represents the standard deviation. As you can see, the two values are exactly the same. So when you enter them into MyOpenMath, you can see that both questions are going to result in the same answer. Next, we have find the probability that x is greater than 3 but less than 6. So as you can see here, we have the value that we have for 3, and we have the value that we have for 6. So if you pull out your graphing calculator, let's make this a little smaller. Okay, so we're looking for greater than 3 but less than 6. So the 6 value we get 0.9558, and for the 3 value we get 0.7899. So we're going to take the value for 6 and we're going to subtract out the value for 3. That way we can get the value that's in between 3 and 6. So we're going to subtract out 0.7899, and we get the answer of 0.1659. And if this would have rounded to 4 decimal places, which you can put in your answer, this and that are the same. All right. So then we have x is greater than 18. So we look over here and we're going to scroll down to 18, and we see 18 as one of the answers. Now I want to know the probability that x is greater than 18. You see that? How this is basically 0 and this is 0.9999. The reason why is because this is looking at what x is less than. Because x is greater than 18, when we had the value for 18, which was this one right here, we need to subtract that value for 1, because this is the value that it's less than 18. We're interested of it being greater than 18. So again, let's pull out our calculator. And so if we did 1 minus 0.9999, that's how we get the 1e to the negative 4, which is the same as 0.0001. All right. Now we have for find the 61 percentile. So we're going to scroll back up, and we see here when it says percentile, we're going to change this value right here to be 0.61 to represent the 61 percentile. And we get the value of 1.8108 when you round to 4 decimal places. And that's the value that we get here for finding the 61 percentile. Now for finding the median, it's important to remember that the median is the 50% mark. So basically there's 50% of the data is above the median and 50% is below the median. So the percentile for the median would be 0.5. So if we change this to 0.5, we get the value of 1.3330 when you round to 4 decimal places. And there we have that right here. So I highly encourage you to use the sheets if possible, and send me an email if you have any questions.